Hello everyone, welcome to another Crystal of Atlan video. Now, this one is not really gonna be a guide, but more like a tips and tricks video for the new raid. I managed to clear this with my group yesterday, and we managed to be the first to clear on the EU region. It was a lot of fun, definitely way harder than Queen, even though we knew the mechanics. We still wiped for around 1 hour before we cleared it actually, because it's very easy to die. It is very easy to die in this raid. Even if you know the mechanics, there's some small things that I realized after actually doing a few runs on this raid that I want to share with you, and hopefully it will help you make your runs a bit smoother and a bit easier. So the first thing I want to talk about is the spinny mech. As you know from my guide, after the green bar depletes and he goes into the invulnerable state, you kill the 4 canisters and he breaks for 10 seconds. After the break, he stands up and he starts spinning. During that spinning, he poisons 2 players, but also he poisons everyone that gets hit by the spinny mech. So if you are someone that gets poisoned and gets hit by the spinny mech, you're dead. If you're someone that didn't get poisoned and get hit by the spinny mech, if you're low HP, you're dead. If you're full HP, you have like a few seconds time to go and find the canister to cleanse yourself, or you need to find the player with a cleansing aura to cleanse you, else you're dead. That's what what I realized when I wiped a lot on this one, because I kept getting hit by the spinny mech, because I thought it's just a little bit of damage, but actually it applies poison, and you just most likely will die if you have the poison on you. Now the next thing is this attack. So he raises his hand, charges something, and then slams on the ground, and a bunch of poison puddles start spawning under you. What you need to do here is just run. No, just keep running and dodging the puddles, because they will poison you and most likely kill you. It's pretty much death. And very important in this raid is that you try to save your revives for later. Especially the second boss, really annoying. But the first boss is the easiest, kinda. From the mechs, they're very simple. You just have to try cleanse all the poison on the ground. Make sure you don't get hit by the spinny mech. Make sure you are airborne most of the time so the stomps don't hurt you. Kill the canisters, don't let them through. And this should be the tips that will most likely get you to clear this first boss very easily. Now, onto the second boss. On the second boss, there's a few things that I realized. First thing, when we have the ball mech, it's very important that you don't break multiple yellow balls at once, because the ball disappears after a few seconds, and then you are pretty much fucked and someone will most definitely die. You have to do it perfectly, that every single player in that run breaks 1 yellow ball each and only takes the yellow ball when they're around 80%, not earlier, because else you're gonna end up with someone dying. And it's also a very important thing that I noticed, even if you're at 100 hunger, as long you don't get hit, you don't die. 100% hunger doesn't mean that you actually are going to automatically die. It means that you get way more damage from the boss, so next hit you're gonna get hit with, you're gonna die. And you deal less damage. That's what I realized. Like I'm dealing less damage when my hunger bar is high. So it's very important to always have a low hunger bar. Make sure you dodge his attacks. They're all really easy to see, well telegraphed. Make sure you dodge them. Drop the puddles on the sides. And on the running mechanic, even if you get hit with 100% hunger bar, when you're at the end, at the finish line, and you're in that zone, all you have to do is stay in the air, that when he jumps after the mechanic, he will not one-shot you. And then you can go and pick up a yellow orb on the side and remove your hunger bar. So that is something that I realized by playing this boss. Besides that, he has some annoying basic mechanics like the lasers. He starts running around, hitting around, and just spamming lasers randomly. Just don't get hit by the lasers and you should be fine. It's quite easy to dodge. Another thing is, after the donut mechanic, he always does the Urgut mechanic. That's what I realized after playing it a few times. Which means, after you did the donut mechanic, where it spawns a donut on every player, where only the inside is safe. After that, directly he does the QTE, where he stuns you. You have to spam A and D to get out. And he then sucks you in. What you want to do is, after the donut is over, instantly double or triple dash outside. And then you get stunned and you have like a longer time to get yourself free and walk away from the boss. Else you're gonna insta-die. That's something I have been using myself. It works out really well. So, and besides that, the boss is just really annoying with the hunger bar. Just keep paying attention to that. Keep paying attention to the yellow orbs. And you should be able to clear this just fine. Now, the last boss. The last boss, the meteorites hurt like hell. So, he spams the meteorites at you when it starts usually. Or when you're in the dimension, whenever he does the meteorites, you want to just run away from them and dodge them. Don't get hit by it because they hurt really badly. That's where a lot of people also die. And okay, so you start the fight. You need to push him to 900 bars. Pushing him to 900 bars is not that difficult. A lot of people just burst way too hard during the first 100 bars and end up having no damage for the claw and no damage for the shield. What I recommend is try to not giga burst at the start. Just get him to 900 bars. You have enough time. You're not racing. You don't need to use your pets. You don't need to use the big abilities. Just slowly get him down to 900. Then the claw drops. You wanna, especially if you have damage issues, guys. Let's say if you realize that if you don't have your burst or your skills up and you fail the shield break, what you can do is following. Delay the claw breaking a little bit. Delay it so that you have your cooldowns up when the claw breaks. Or delay it so, or split your group so that the big pumpers, like the people that are doing the most damage in your group, they save their big hitting skills, their big burst for the shield, and the other people, they just burst the claw down as fast as they can. That means the moment the claw breaks and you go to the other dimension to break the shield and finish the mechanic, the people that do damage have all the skills ready and can try to burst down the shield as fast as possible, because I've seen a lot of people are struggling with having no damage for the shield, and I think a big reason of that is that they're not using their cooldowns correctly. They're not saving up the big hitting skills for that specific moment and end up failing it. I think way more groups do have enough damage to do this. You just have to really min-max your cooldowns, min-max your skill usage, and try to just be more aware of what you need at what point of that battle, at the last battle. Because the shield break is a DPS check. Okay, so this out the way. There is nothing else that really is different than my guide, besides there is one ability that he does when you are inside the dimension. He spawns like pillars under you that shoot up and one-shot you. Those pillars just straight up one-shot you. What I recommend is just pay attention to your ground and just dodge it. Besides that, everything else the same, you know, Medusa, don't look at him, clear the balls outside, and just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you will eventually clear it. The biggest problem people have is shield breaking here, and again, my tip is try to play around your cooldowns. You have 20 minutes time to clear this raid, like this specific boss. You have 20 minutes time, right? So you can take your time to with the claw. You can take your time with the claw and save your burst for the shield, because the shield is gonna be the biggest reason you will not be able to clear this raid, not the claw. The claw is whatever. The shield is the time, the DPS check in this raid pretty much. And you should be fine after that. Everything else is pretty straightforward. And yeah, hopefully this helps you out with clearing this raid. For me, it has been a lot of fun, but I have also seen that a lot of people are struggling with it and just not able to clear. Another tip I want to give is when the claw mechanics start doing the lasers or the Beyblade, you will notice it. Just stay in the air. A lot of things in this raid can be completely ignored if you just stay in the air and just keep, just keep staying in the air and you should be fine. They don't hit you if you're like double jumping is more than enough already. But yeah, this is pretty much my tips and tricks that I wanted to do real quick. Nothing crazy, nothing detailed, so there's just some small helpful tips for you to hopefully help you with your progress in this raid. If you like this video and it helped you out, make sure to leave a like, comment, you know, let me know. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.